Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research time for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have a this kind of introduction and a review of this quite iconic fragrance by now. It came out in 2015 and this is from the house of Jacques Bogart. You know me, I love my house of Jacques Bogart. Jacques Bogart and Toiletterian, these two sister companies, are two of the best perfume fragrance companies from Paris, from France, and they make amazing fragrances for the price, you know. So the ratio for what you pay and what you get is always very high. They're usually very good performer. They're usually quite artistic and quite on the unusual side, and for that I love them very much. So this one is called is from the One Man Show line, and this one is called One Man Show Oud Edition. One Man Show Oud Edition. This one came out 2015, is Eau de Toilette, 100 ml. In United Kingdom, you can find it, if you can find it, around maybe £30 or so. For that price, this is a bargain. It's not readily available for some reason. Maybe you can find it one or two places. So you have to do your research, Google it, see if it comes up and how much it goes for in your area, in your country. For the price, this is a beauty in a bottle, but with a big caveat, and that big caveat is this is definitely not for everybody. This is not a crowd pleaser. This is not one of those fragrances that is universal. It's quite particular and it is on the artistic side of things. So for that, I personally, because I'm a middle-aged man, I've been collecting fragrances since I've been a teenager. And as you can see behind me, I have so many fragrances. Fragrances like this stand out for me, and that's why I love it. And also, it's quite bold in the same time. It's quite bold, it's quite artistic, and it is quite unique in its own way, okay? For an oud fragrance, one thing it goes for it, which is amazing, that is a fresh fragrance. Let's say it's fresh to semi-fresh. So this fragrance is fresh to semi-fresh, and for an oud fragrance to be fresh to semi-fresh is amazing. I never had an oud fragrance to be so fresh, okay? So the good thing about it at the moment, for the last few videos I've been doing summer fragrances, and the reason I'm bringing this one up because you can wear it in summer. For an oud fragrance to wear in summer, again, that is another facet of it which is quite nice. So who is it for? Definitely 25 and up, maybe even 30 years old and up, because this is quite on the mature side. Smells quite classic, smells mature, smells sophisticated, smells complex, and for that I think a mature person or mature nose will appreciate this more, or an experienced nose. In terms of gender, funny enough, you can easily wear it if you are a lady, because there's nothing in here to say oh masculine. It's quite unisex to my nose. Anybody can wear it, women and men. As always, if you like a smell, wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. As simple as that. The marketing is all BS. Don't fall for it. Because if you think about it for a second, just logically, food, drink, color, smell, they don't have gender. It's all marketing to make us believe they have gender. They don't have gender, okay? So that definitely bang in the middle. Anybody can wear it, women and men. And but it leans a little bit on the masculine side because it's got some elements in here to making it masculine. In terms of season, as I said, although it is a little bit better suited for cooler weather, but because it's got freshness to it, and that freshness is actually soapy freshness, which is again another facet which is very interesting and very mesmerizing and very intriguing, that you can use it in summer as well, but you have to control the trigger because this is a strong fragrance. So probably in summer not more than 1 or 2, in winter maybe up to 5, and that's it. This bottle in front of me, which I'm reviewing, is a super performer, easily over 10 hours on my skin, or on t-shirt goes over 12 hours with 3 to 4 hours of 2 arm lengths of projection. Massive projector. So it's very strong, it's very big, it's big, and it's in your face, and it's always there. In terms of projection, it's super projector, and you feel the room, feel the house, feel the other side of the road. If you put more than 5, definitely people will smell you from the other side of the road. But don't forget, this is the bottle in front of me, and this bottle is about 4 or 5 years old, so it's not a new bottle. I'm not sure if newer bottle are different from this one, so you have to always remember. And also remember, when I say a performance, this is my skin, my environment, my experience, my climate, and all these things is for me, but for you it could be different. Always remember that. So let's go to the smell of this. The smell of it, let me read you the ingredients and we take it from there. So on top we have galbanum, we have thyme, we have bergamot. In the mid we have agarwood or oud, and spices and geranium. In the base we have leather, patchouli, and papyrus. So yes, I get almost everything in here, but I get a little bit more stuff that is not mentioned in here. For example, there is a big aromatic feel in here, which is definitely come from either lavender on its own, or combination of lavender and what's his name, the the violet leaf. So for that, it's super aromatic, so very aromatic, and that aromaticness, it gives in a little bit of soapiness as well. So a little bit on the soapy side, a little bit big on aromatic, and also big on the spices and big on herbs. So this is very herbal, very spicy. The spices in here, I smell some cumin, I smell definitely a little bit of nutmeg in here, making it a little bit nutty. Yeah, definitely it's quite nutty. And also the leather is very big in here. From beginning to end, you always feel the leather, but the leather here is quite soft. It's not a huge or challenging leather by any means, but it's always there and you feel it. The oud in here is very universal, it's very friendly, it's very non-challenging, it's not funky, it's not animalic, it's none of those. It is a very palatable or western palated oud. For that, it just gives it some warmth. Okay, it gives it warmth, it gives it that resin feel, but you don't feel the oud that much. So the oud is one of the players, but it's not a big player by any means. Galbanum, yes, I smell some galbanum because it's giving it that incensey feel. Definitely this is an incensey feel to it, definitely smoky. So it is a smoky, it is incensey, it is dusty, it is a little bit on the powdery side as well, so you can tell where it's going. It's very complex, it's very layered, it's very multifaceted. When it opens hint of citruses, but not much, just giving it a little bit of lift in the beginning, but it gets lost very quickly. And then you'll face with herbs, spices, and aromaticness. These three by far are the biggest player. So herbs and more herbs, green and more green, leafy, earthy, and also the leather, giving it a little bit of that leathery, but as I said, it's not a rugged leather, but it is quite noticeable in the base. The patchouli here is one of the biggest player again. The patchouli from beginning to end, you always feel the patchouli. The patchouli here giving a little bit of chocolatiness, a little bit of earthiness, that resin feel as well. And papyrus is giving it that green feel. I smell something like a vetiver. Maybe it's coming from the papyruses, because papyrus and the vetiver are quite similar in terms of smell genre. Geranium, yes, some geranium in here, giving it a little bit of rosy feel, tiny bit of mintiness. But again, the aromatics are by far the biggest player, which are the lavender, and I think there is a violet leaf in here as well. Overall, superbly done, very nice, very smooth, very rounded, very well done, and it doesn't smell chemical, doesn't smell synthetic. I mean, obviously this is a synthetic fragrance, it's got like probably more than 80% synthetic elements in here, but they done a very good job of blending the synthetics and the naturals very well to giving it that palatable smell. Overall, smells much more expensive than I paid. I paid around £30 for it. I smell something like easily about £80 plus or £100 plus. Smells like a niche fragrance. It smells like one of those niche big names. It comes if they had a a label of a big name, it would have been like £150 plus, and people would have praised it to the moon. For that is amazing value for money. The ratio for I pay what I get is amazing. But don't forget, this is not for everybody. You have to be mature. You have to like your green fragrances. You have to like your spicy fragrances. You need to like your aromatic fragrances, and also a little bit of oud, a little bit of leather. And overall is I highly recommend it. It's superbly done. Very, very beautiful, very quite soapy, quite fresh in the same time, which is amazing. You know, how can you make an oud fragrance and giving it freshness? And this is what I like about this fragrance. It gives me that freshness which I can use in all year round. So for that, highly recommend it. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I'll give it 10 out of 10 for my taste, for my age, for my experience. I'm a middle-aged man, but don't forget, on Fragrantica actually got a very, very high score as well, about 4 point something, which is for Fragrantica, that is very, very high out of 5. So overall, what to give you just a brief description of it. Oud, yes, but not big by any means. It's not one of those Middle Eastern oud. It's mainly a palatable Western oud. Okay, so it is very quite friendly oud in here. Leather, yes, from the beginning to the end, always you feel the leather, but leather again is not a rugged leather. It's quite soft. It's quite medicinal. It is on the medicinal side, but it is not challenging by any means. But it's always there. So both oud and leather, from beginning to the end, you always feel them. By the way, there is a big ambery feel in here as well, which is giving it that deep, dense, thick amber. This is quite a thick and heavy amber in here. There is a warm, spicy feel to it. Yes. The spices are one of the biggest player here. So as I said, cumin, I said nutmeg, maybe a little bit of cinnamon as well. Aromatic, yes, one of the biggest player. Again, aromatics, which are combination, either lavender on its own, but I think it's a combination of lavender and violet leaf here together to give that beautiful aromaticness, and also a little bit of soapiness, and also a little bit of that medicinal, earthy feel to it as well. Fresh, spicy, yes, got freshness to it as well, which is coming from mainly the herbs and the green aspect of it. Woody, definitely is woody in the base. The woods in here, I think, is mainly a combination of cedar and sandalwood to lift it and carry it all the way. But the woods are quite clean in here as well. It is green, it is grassy, it is a bit leafy. Patchouli is one of the biggest player, again, from beginning to the end, which is giving it that chocolatey, earthy, resin feel. And a little bit of balsamicness, a little bit of camphorous feel to it as well, but they are not a big player by any means. Okay guys, so that was a brief description of the smell of this beautiful fragrance. I highly recommend it. For me, this is a no-brainer, one of the best fragrances for the price out there, no doubt whatsoever. Okay, so if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way, help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. And this one is a definite hidden gem. If you want to purchase one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. But you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to purchase them. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. They are super ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money, very mysterious, very artistic, very unique. They're like time capsule. They take you different places, different times. And there are 20 of them in my lineup, and they are all beautifully done, and they are one of the highest quality you can get for a price. Guarantee that. Thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye.